people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and welcome to another Dancing with the Stars recap, where I sit here at my counter in my kitchen with my little sister. This is Kamryn. Her YouTube is Kamryn Littleton. Go find her and subscribe. We talk about Dancing with the Stars every week. We recap it.
We do.
This week we are having a lazy Sunday, so we are in our cozies and Mickey ears that have been loaned to us from her best friend Haley, who also watched this episode with us but is not filming with us. But we should make her film with us.
We should.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are going to talk about last week's episode of Dancing with the Stars, which was my favorite episode of the year, Disney Night. So, we were greeted by Tyra and Mickey Mouse. Tyra in a just all too much Minnie Mouse dress. They kind of turned the ballroom into like Main Street Disney, because usually they film the opening number at Disney. They did not do that this year, obviously, because Disney's closed, which doesn't make any sense, because ABC and Disney are like the same company.
Right.
And so they could have gone into Disneyland, but whatever, they didn't. And so, yeah, we were at Disneyland, but in the ballroom. So we started with the Disney star, obviously, makes the most sense. So they started with Sky, and her Disney movie was Princess and the Frog.
Yes. They did a jive to Almost There. And I mean, the first note I have is just so cute.
Very cute.
It was adorable.
It was weird that she wasn't wearing green.
Yeah.
She should have been like full on Princess Tiana mode, but whatever.
Yeah. I didn't think that it was very jivey. Like, they had jive moves in it. I don't think it was the right song choice for a jive.
It was a little stiff.
And it was lacking some flicks.
Yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. They got an 18, so they're on their up and up again, but not great. Okay, then we noticed Carrie Ann had this beautiful pink dress on. She had a pink wig, looked like a princess. She was wearing this beautiful crown. I was like, that crown's like really pretty. Y'all, I wish it had come by now. It is the exact same crown as I ordered for my birthday pictures. I shit you not. Carrie Ann and Ava was wearing the exact crown.
We looked it up.
We like compared photos of like, this is the crown that I ordered for my birthday. So eventually I will have to like get a pink wig and like take a picture with it on and be like, I'm Carrie Ann and Ava. Carrie Ann and Ava is me. But yeah, that was exciting. And then it was Monica and Val, and they were doing The Little Mermaid.
Yes, they did a Viennese waltz to, was it Part of Your World?
I think so.
I think it was.
I didn't
Part
really
of
keep
Your
track
World.
of songs, just movies.
But yeah, they did a beautiful Viennese waltz. He looked like literally like Prince Eric.
But she was just in like a concept dress. And that was a theme throughout the night, that one of the partners would be in like an actual costume and the other was a concept. And I didn't like that, because I like when they're both in full costume. The next couple actually was full costume for both, but we'll get there.
Anyways, it was a beautiful dance. They ended up getting a 21.
Yeah, it was stunning. They had movie graphics in the background. I loved it. 21, great score. Next up, with the, not necessarily the best costumes, but the most like perfect for their dance and film costumes, was Justina and Sasha, who their movie was Mary Poppins.
Yes, they did a Charleston to Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
They did some fun umbrella and cane tricks. They had Charisma for Days, but it was really more of like a Mary Poppins concept dance than a Charleston.
It was much more musical theater-y.
Yeah, and they kind of called that out during making comments about them being in sync. Carrie Ann then made an NSYNC Backstreet Boys joke and yelled up at AJ. That was funny. But they got a 19, and it was, I mean, it was a good dance. It just wasn't really a Charleston.
And speaking of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, next up was AJ and Cheryl, and they did Aladdin.
A quick step to Prince Ali.
I thought it was really fun. I just have to say, every time that they do like those spin intro things that they do, they did for everyone. I love his suit. It is the most amazing suit ever. But yeah, it was a really solid quick step. They got a 21. Yeah. So yeah.
Super fun. Cheryl was super gorgeous, dressed as Jasmine. Loved it. Ann and Keo were next. Oh, they were the other ones that had a full, both costumed group. They did Hercules, Zero to Hero, quick step. Y'all.
Okay, so their costumes. Keo looked amazing. And Anne had this awesome Megara costume on.
But
they put in like bright magenta extensions into her blonde hair instead of just giving her a wig.
Isn't even Meg's hair color. It made no sense. This was the first line appearance of the night to talk about the dance.
Yes.
It was a great song for Quickstep. They had a lot of fun. It wasn't a great dance. They got a 15.
Got lost a little bit.
Yeah, but it was good. So after them, it was Monica, AJ, and Justina as the top of the leaderboard.
Next up was Jeannie and Brandon. And they had Up as their movie.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful. They had a little bit of humor. They were costumed as the characters, so they were both elderly people.
It was a Viennese waltz to Married Life. And they were just so cute. They had like
with the balloons. They had the balloons. It was so great. They got 22. Bruno high scored them, and Jeannie lost her mind because that was an 8.
The 8 paddle.
Yeah, lost her mind, grabbed the 8 paddle. She's like, I got an 8. It was adorable. Then we have every Disney night, they always do the upcoming Disney or Pixar movie. They take a song from that and one couple gets that. This year, the movie is Soul that comes out next month, and Nelly and Daniela were the ones who got to do the dance for that. It was a foxtrot. It was just lovely. Like, that's all I can really say. It was just beautiful. Yeah. I love Nelly.
This was
Daniela.
The first dance that I actually noticed the animation in the background. And they had like the band from the movie. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. It's super cute. But they had like the band from the movie in the background playing the song that they were, it was super cute.
18 out of 30 for that foxtrot.
Next up was Carol and Pasha, and they just found all of the cat songs. They had Lion King, and they did a samba to Circle of Life, and the costumes.
And then the end, oh God. So the dance was like not great, but she was happy and having fun as she always is. But the ending, they popped up the Lion King title screen, but it said the Carol Baskin, and I lost it so much. It was not a good dance. It just wasn't. She was having fun. They had awesome costumes. Pasha was wearing prosthetic face stuff, so he looked like a lion. It was awesome costume-wise.
Yes.
But it was not a good dance. They got a 12, and it was scored Carrie Ann 5, Derek 4, Bruno 3. It was like a little slope there.
Next up was Caitlin and Artem, and they had Moana.
And they did a Roomba to How Far I'll Go.
It was really good.
Beautiful. Had some pretty swinging
The lines, beautiful.
The biggest complaint that any of the judges had, and it was just Derek, Carrie Ann and Bruno didn't care, was that Caitlin didn't wear shoes because her ankle, and B, it felt more authentic to the music and the character. Like, when she thinks Moana, she thinks, you know, beach, obviously, and you don't wear dance heels on the beach. And also, she's still recovering from the ankle injury, so they wouldn't have put her in, like, a proper, you know, Latin heel. Because ankle injury still. They had just gotten MRI results back, and she was still supposed to, you know, like, it wasn't, so part of it was injury, part of it was just costuming. Like, it's Moana, you wouldn't put Moana in heels. And so Derek was like really bothered by the fact that she was not wearing heels for a Roomba. But it was a beautiful dance. 23 out of 30, so that's 2 8s. And Derek was a low score, obviously, because of the shoes.
Next up was Vernon and PETA. Also, I would like it to be known that PETA autocorrects in my phone to the acronym.
Yes.
So just wanted that to be known. They did a quick step to be our guest from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. And he was Lumiere, and he was upset about it. He wanted to be the Beast, but PETA was like, no, you're Lumiere. He was like, I'm a candle. Why am I a candle?
He was like, I'm gonna be the Beast, and she goes, you're the candlestick.
And he was like, but I'm the Beast.
But it was a really good quick step. It was beautiful.
Leaps and flicks were great.
Yeah.
Super confident. They got a 22. Carrie Ann high scored them.
Next up was...
Wait. That was another check-in on leaderboard.
Yes.
At that point, it was Caitlin, Jeannie, Vernon.
There we go.
Which is that Vernon has never been in the top 3.
No.
At all. Like, even in the, like, a middle of an episode. So that was awesome.
So next was Neve and Jenna. And they did an Argentine tango to... What was it? Angelica from Pirates
of the Caribbean. My favorite dance of the night.
It was amazing in the first, like, 2 steps. I had already put, like, so good already. Great acting by Neve.
Yes, awesome acting. He very much was Captain Jack. He was costumed very well. Jenna looked hot as hell. My notes are all like 2 words. Len was there to talk about Argentine tango. The acting, the slap, me encanta, the lifts, I love my fave, yes! And then who said, I think it was Bruno, said it's the Pirates of Argentina because it was an Argentine tango.
I wrote that I think Jenna might be getting her second mirror ball.
It's very possible. And they got a 24. 8s across the board. That's the first time anyone's gotten all 8s.
Yep.
Beautiful. Then we had Johnny and Britt, who danced Mulan, a Roomba to Reflection, and y'all. Oh my God, y'all.
Like 10 seconds into the dance, we look at each other and we're like,
are they both Mulan?
They were both Mulan. They were literally the reflection of each other.
So Britt was pre-war Mulan, Johnny was war Mulan.
Amazing.
Mind blown. It was
so good.
Concept, high concept. The dance was wonderful. They did a great job. It was really cool to see Johnny do so well at a Latin dance and be so strong.
But yeah, they got a 24,
another
so
straight A.
tied with Neve and Jenna.
Next up was Jesse and Sharna, and they got Newsies. We love Newsies. They did a jive to King of New York.
He had a terrible soul patch.
It just was not good. That was a great song for a jive.
See, I disagreed.
Really?
I said that it was a decent jive, but I'm not sure if the song was right.
Oh, see, I think King of New York's a great jive song. I wish they put a tap section in, though.
That would have been nice.
But they didn't. It was pretty sharp. It was okay. It wasn't the best dance he's ever done, but not the worst. It got a 20 out of 30.
Next up was Chriselle and Gleb.
This was her best dance ever.
Yes. They did a waltz to... what was it?
I think it was Dream is a Wish.
Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes from Cinderella. Beautiful. Costuming was beautiful.
Stunning.
Oh my goodness, she was stunning.
They looked like Cinderella and Prince Charming. Gleb did some great acting at the end. Like, where'd she go?
Where'd she left me?
Gleb had some prime acting. Their highest score ever at 22 out of 30. At that point, they did another look at the leaderboard, and it was Neve, Johnny, and Caitlin. Neve and Johnny tied, Caitlin 1 point below them. So then it was time for elimination. And, Kamryn didn't take notes on this, so I'm gonna put my phone in the middle. So they called out their safe order. The top 3, like I said, at that point, were Neve, Johnny, and Caitlin, kind of what we expected. At least Neve and Caitlin. I didn't really expect Johnny to be in the top 3 that day, but he was. So the safe order was Nellie,
Neve,
Monica,
Vernon,
Chriselle,
Caitlin,
Johnny,
Jesse,
Jeannie,
Justina,
AJ,
and Sky.
So the bottom 2 were Anne and Carol, and again, they did the saves, and across the board, they all saved Anne. They didn't get why Anne was, bottom from the votes. They were like, we've loved having you here, Carol, but like, we can't save you. We can't.
Yeah.
Anne deserves to be here way more. So Carol and Pasha were eliminated. So yeah, that was Disney night. We honestly didn't take as many notes, probably because we were just so excited about it.
Yeah.
We loved Disney night. We were having so much fun. Costumes were beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
Dances were, like, it was a whole bunch of really great dances. There weren't any dances that I was, like, super disappointed in.
No.
Like, even Carol and Pasha's I wasn't disappointed in.
It was fun.
It was, yeah,
it
just wasn't
for
a
Disney
good
night.
dance,
but yeah.
It was one of those, like, I knew who was going to be eliminated, but I didn't, like, there wasn't, like, a very obvious, like, oh yeah, this person has to go home tonight, it was Carol's time. We always knew Carol would go early. But yeah, I love Disney night. It was so much fun. Favorite dance of the night was definitely Neve and Jenna.
Oh, 100%.
Neve and
Best
Jenna,
dance.
and then also followed probably by Caitlin and Artem.
Mine was followed by Johnny, but yeah.
Yeah, and those were the 3 dances actually that the judges were like, obviously they're top leaderboard, but also it went in that order. They went Caitlin, Neve, Johnny was the order. And Caitlin's dance, Carrie Ann said that was the best one of the night so far. 100% so good. And then Neve went, okay, I know I just said this, but, and then Johnny went, okay, but I know I just said this, but, like, those 3 were just so strong, that I've gotta say, my top 3 this week is Neve, Caitlin,
and Johnny. Those are mine too.
We're both the same this week. That is my top 3.
Yep.
Johnny's coming up there. Johnny still is the one I think could be interchangeable. I could switch out Justina.
But Neve and Caitlin
are pretty solid in that top 3 for me. We'll see kind of how things go on, but I mean, Caitlin, with that ankle injury last week and then this week still recovering from it, did so well.
Right.
I just can't wait to see until when she's 100% this week. Like she said on Instagram, she's feeling a lot better.
Right.
So tomorrow, or today when you're watching this, she's gonna be on 100% on her game. I would not be surprised if we get the first 9 tomorrow.
Yeah.
From any of those 3.
I will say, Neve shocked me. Going into this, I heard that Neve was gonna be on Dance with the Stars, and I was like, this is not gonna be good.
It'll be fun.
It'll be funny. Yeah. He'll try his best, but I did not expect this from Neve, and he is killing it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. It'll be interesting to see. I think that we are going to have our first 9 week 4.
I think so.
It will be one of those 3.
Yep.
Most likely Caitlin or Neve.
If Justina and Sasha pick it up, could be them.
Yes, but I think we will get our first 9 tomorrow night.
I think we will.
And you'll find out on Kamryn's channel next week if we were right. So, if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you head over to Kamryn's channel and subscribe so you don't miss next week. We do even numbers on her channel, odd on mine. So next week we will be over there. Subscribe if you're new, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye!
Bye!